Hello, hello. It's Dr. Lexi with Elements of Wellness. Today, let's get into a topic that is not discussed enough in the medical community, and that would be about heavy metal toxicity. Today, especially, I wanted to just give a brief introduction into mercury toxicity and how mercury can impact the ear. So, mercury is a naturally occurring element that can be found in the environment, including air, water, and our soil. It is present in some types of fish and various seafood. While minute amounts of mercury can be harmless, exposure of high levels of mercury can lead to mercury toxicity, a condition that can cause a wide range of health problems. Now, here's something that I find really funny is that for many, many, many years, if someone had cavities or root canals, they may have had amalgam fillings put in their mouth, and amalgam is generally a mercury filling. What can happen with this is that each time you drink hot foods or you chew and you put pressure on those silver or mercury or amalgam fillings, it releases a toxic mercury vapor, which goes directly into the brain. Heavy metals and toxins in general tend to be stored in fat cells. Well, our brain is primarily fat, so when mercury is released and it goes right into the brain, it sits there. Well, this mercury toxicity and or other heavy metals can impact neurological function, leading to prion diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, and ALS. It can also lead to a condition called hyperacusis. So if you have hyperacusis, which is a very hypersensitivity to sound, oftentimes this is correlated to a mercury toxicity within the body. Now, what if you don't have mercury? If you don't have fillings, you don't eat a lot of fish, how can you potentially get mercury? Well, mercury passes down through the fetal cells for 4 generations. So if your mom or your grandmother or your grandmother's mom had mercury or fillings in their mouth, that would actually pass down for 4 generations. This is part of the reason why some of our children may actually be sicker when they're born, prone to more illnesses and any sort of inflammation in the body, because if they're already getting toxin loads that our parents and grandparents have been exposed to, they've already started their life with their sort of bucket half full, so to speak. Now, as we mentioned, one of the potential side effects of mercury poisoning is hyperacusis, which again is an abnormal sensitivity to sound. People who struggle with hyperacusis may find that certain sounds, such as those that are loud or high-pitched, may be uncomfortable or even painful. In severe cases, hyperacusis can make it difficult for a person to live their life normally. There are several ways in which one can be exposed to mercury, again through diet, occupation, in certain products like skin lightening creams, mercury-containing vaccines, and inhaling mercury vapors and having skin contact with mercury can also lead to mercury toxicity. Symptoms of mercury toxicity can depend on the type and level of exposure. These can include tremors, mood changes, memory problems, problems with vision, and or hearing. So if you suspect that you may have been exposed to mercury or that you do have mercury toxicity, it is important that you speak to a medical professional. Now, heavy metals can be removed from the body. There is a special process to do this safely. There are a lot of detox things that you may see online as far as supporting the liver and the kidney. You may see things about taking celery juice or cilantro and different things that are known to stir up toxins. I do not recommend most of these things, and the reason being is that if your full detox pathway is not supported properly, what you can do is redistribute all of those toxins through the body. I sort of liken it to stirring up sediment or sand in the ocean. As you start to move and you pull things, a lot of it's just moving around. And if you don't get it all out by properly removing it, it's going to resettle elsewhere within the body. Now, the types of treatments that we want to do to remove heavy metals are called chelators. Chelators can also remove very beneficial minerals and vitamins in the body. So again, you want to do this with a health professional such as myself. If you think mercury toxicity may be part of your problem, feel free to reach out and we can talk about working together to help you reduce your mercury or heavy metal toxicity that may be causing hearing loss, tinnitus, or hyperacusis. I hope that helps.